Welcome to Flipside Crypto. Joining me today is a very special guest from Harmony. Can you
Hello,
introduce
everyone.
yourselves to us?
Yeah, hey, everyone. Great to join you and awesome to be here. So, my name is Lee. I've been at Harmony since the early days, and we've been building a fast and secure blockchain for the last 3 years. And we launched our mainnet 2 years ago. We just had our 2 year anniversary. We're very excited to be working with some of the best partners in DeFi and in the NFT world and scaling their applications.
Yeah.
So we can talk about all the different features that Harmony is bringing to the table as a follow-up, but very excited to be here with you guys.
Fantastic. So, Lee, let's start with what I would like to call 5-year-old versus institutional investor talk. So, to a 5-year-old, what is Harmony?
Yeah, so to a 5 year old, and actually, I was not a technical person coming into this project.
Yeah.
So we're building a base layer blockchain, which means that you can build any other. We give any developer the opportunity to build applications on top of Harmony, and we designed it to be fast and secure and scalable for the long term, so that if you're building an application today, you can launch it permissionlessly. So a 5 year old, or if you know how to write code, right, you can design and build an application. You can start it on Harmony without anyone's permission, and you can grow it, right? And anybody can do that. And it's just this open platform that, in the long run, will be not just for financial assets, for collectibles like NFTs. It'll also host your identity, your online identity in different forms, and it'll be a way for us to for governance, for us to collaborate and organize people together, right? So as you know, there are many DAOs and decentralized autonomous organizations forming,
Yeah.
and so having a scalable one where let's say voting for, contributing vote to a DAO does not cost you $100 every time you vote to sign a transaction. That is something that we want to provide, because we built a protocol that provides 2 second transaction finality. Hopefully, it can be even shorter to 1 second in the future, and
Wow.
also almost close to zero fees today. Basically, less than one penny to do any transaction. To probably do many transactions actually with that. So yeah, so I think we built a really amazing technical foundation, and we're excited to bring our partners like SushiSwap. They've deployed on Harmony. There's already over 40 million of total value locked on on Sushi on Harmony specifically.
Wow.
So yeah, we're very excited about that. That's just the beginning. It only launched about a week ago, and we're now doing a $1 million hackathon to invite both Web3, but more importantly Web2, and traditional companies, Wall Street developers, to come and join this revolution and this amazing opportunity to kind of build anything that they can think of around finance, around all these themes that we discuss, and
Yeah.
launch a product by the end of this hackathon in September. Yeah.
On September, which of September?
So the registration is open now from July 15th to August 15th, and the hackathon will be from August 15th to September 30th. There'll be judges. We'll be giving out the $1 million prize in different themes and different tracks. And then we're also partnering with our partners like Gitcoin and Dora Hacks to help distribute the prizes and community votes even further. And we think a lot of venture investors are actually waiting to see what the best projects come out of this hackathon so that they can invest, actually. So our partners are going to do all that with us.
Awesome. So, guys, definitely check out the hackathon, and we'll definitely post an article or two about it. And I have a question though. Harmony is one of those projects, when researching for this interview, it puzzled me. Usually you read about the project and it's, oh, controversy this, something happened with the founder, etc. You guys are not only squeaky clean, but actually you are the best description of an engineer's mentality. And the rate at which you guys did developments, and just in my notes, how did you manage to develop so quickly as far as sharding, as far as staking, so many developments in such short time spans when it's such, let's just say, turbulent new technology, essentially? How would you, what's your strategy for this quick development timeline?
Yeah, I do want to speak about that because basically when I joined the team, everyone was an engineer except for me. And our team is really coming from background of um, building global infrastructure. So our founder worked on Google Maps. He worked on Apple Maps. So basically, these are products that a billion people are using. Our team have worked on AWS, or Facebook, just different products from the Valley, Google Play, many things that had to scale and serve a billion users. And so we understand infrastructure at that level. And we've always, in the early days, like no matter what was happening in the crypto markets, we've always had this mentality of we need to build value. There's a difference between value and valuation, right? Your valuation is obviously it's public. We have a market cap today that everyone can look at, but the value has to continuously increase, right? And so we've been building Harmony to be this year fully Ethereum compatible with all the tools, with MetaMask, and our bridges to Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So there's over $50 million of total value locked on the bridge now. And so we've always been focusing on building more and more value on this protocol layer, on this infrastructure, so that makes it easier and easier for developers. And as we bridge to more protocols and chains, that'll make it even easier for someone who's coming into blockchain for the first time, and they just need to deploy on Harmony, and they can use our bridge API to access assets from all the other chains that we're connected to. And we will keep focusing on building, the hackathons, the bounties. We've been running bounties with Gitcoin for the last 3 months and getting a lot of really great work done. So that's in our DNA, that's in our blood. We'll continue to ship as fast as possible. Sometimes we don't even, as you say, like there's not much you can find about about us. We're heads down in a lot of ways. We will be talking more to community, doing more AMAs, getting ourselves more kind of out there. I'm going to Ethereum CC next week in Paris, so it'll be an opportunity to meet so many people and just really talk about what we've been building the last 3 years.
Awesome. And actually that brings me to the next question. You went, it seems, out of your way to ensure that staking was liberalized. And why was staking so important to Harmony? Why was it such an important objective?
So if you look at protocol, right, there's scalability, security, and decentralization, and having a large and vibrant validator ecosystem is very important for all those things, right? And they serve as the foundation, so that the validators are the one that who help secure the protocol. They help make it more decentralized by having a lot of them, and by making it easier for the new nodes. So basically our staking model makes it easier for lowers the threshold for new nodes to join the network, right? They don't have to have the most tokens in order to be elected because of the way our staking is designed, so that the ones who are new and have fewer tokens can still be elected after a certain threshold. So that's the idea. We want to have 1,000 nodes or more on the network, right? We truly believe in having that level of decentralization, because that's the only way to sustain something for 50 years. We want Harmony to be running for as long as we can imagine, and even after we're long gone. it'll still be a platform that serves billions of people in the future.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, you actually have a randomization feature that actually ensures that it's even more secure.
Yeah, so we just launched VRF, a verifiable random function, on our mainnet. Obviously, our CTO can tell you and share a lot more about that, but it is just at a high level, I can share that it will enable a lot of applications, maybe along gaming or anything that needs randomization, that will unlock a lot of opportunities, and it will make it fair, because in the traditional world, right, when you're
Yeah.
betting against someone, or when there's something that involves these parties, right, you have to trust the centralized source to kind of be fair. And in this case, right, you only have to trust the blockchain, uh, and you're ensure that it was a fair game, it was a fair contest, it was a fair match. So that's why we're very excited about it. We haven't really advertised it just because it launched recently.
Until now, yeah.
Yeah, until today. But thank you. That's really good research that you were able to pull up. Yeah.
So again, we're just interested in, again, this engineer's mentality. And I have to go into the flip side. And actually, as we were researching, it wasn't that hard to find that you guys really did a great job technology-wise, but you don't really focus on social. You don't really focus on talking about yourselves. And could you just enlighten me and the viewers at home? Do you think that's a viable strategy when the market, it seems, is a bit, let's just say, marketing focused? You know, dog coins going berserk, certain billionaires, which will not be named, having a lot of influence. Do you think this engineer's mentality can compete in this hype mentality?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that it shows that I think we're fairly early in the overall technology adoption cycle. That there are sure there are meme coins and things like that, and it's totally valid that people can. It's something easy for a lot of people to understand, and it's something that people can. It's something to have fun with, and it may sustain for a long time this way, right? But what we think and what we've seen in the last 3 to 4 years is definitely over time, right? Projects that build value can keep sustaining and keep growing. It may not get the most attention all the time, but if you look at some of the projects that were very hyped in 2017 times, some of them are not as relevant anymore.
Or some are not even around. Yeah.
Not really around, and that's to say, like, sure, you can be a meme, but you can't do that forever, and or maybe only a few can, maybe, but that's not really our passion either. Like, we want to build something that will sustain, that will last, that our community can build with us for a long time. That's why we're forming various decentralized autonomous organizations within the Harmony ecosystem, and these DAOs will be the ones that carry forward this entire protocol, this entire ecosystem in the long run. And I mean, we're still early days. I would say so early. If you zoom out and think about the potential of crypto versus where we are here today, that our goal is not to be like a meme that will be top 10 in the next 2 weeks, but rather, like, we do want to be one of the top projects, but continuously growing and evolving and getting better over time.
Yeah, that's a great goal. And actually, I have to play devil's advocate, right? So it's the flip side of crypto. Come on. There are projects, such as Zilliqa, right? And I've been talking to my friends about Harmony for quite some time. And I could not, in my own words, describe to them just how different you are and why you can compete. And just because, for example, the Zilliqa community is quite adamant, they're quite big, that you guys, technology-wise, can stand toe-to-toe, and maybe you can make my life a bit easier. Could you just describe to the audience at home, how do you differ from this project, and how do you differentiate yourself within the ecosystem?
Yeah, I think that's a great question because there are a lot of projects in the ecosystem currently, right?
Yeah.
And we we designed our protocol to be long-term, sustainable, and scalable, with sharding, with proof of stake, with our validator community, and we're now, the next frontier for us really is to build bridges that have been designed with some of the top researchers in the world to be, trustless and gas efficient, so that we can really connect a lot more ecosystems. And then once we have that, being able to aggregate, let's say, liquidity from different chains, right? That's when we think about the multi-chain world, one of the problems is going to be fragmentation, and Harmony with our infrastructure design and work can serve as a unifying force for all of these different blockchains and ecosystems, including Bitcoin, of course all the Ethereum compatible ones, and then Bitcoin, the Cosmos ecosystem, Polkadot, and that's, I think, one way we can differentiate is to become that connector, that bridge to all the other ecosystems, and then developers can just use us, right? Build on Harmony and run with all chains. So we think that's the next big infrastructure layer. At the same time, one thing I want to share with you and your viewers who might be very interested is we're building a more secure wallet. So wallets, as you know, is the gateway for everyone, right? You have to have a wallet to do anything, and in the future there will be everything for you, right? Whether all your assets, all your NFTs, your identity, your voting will all take place on this one product, and we are designing a wallet that does not need a seed phrase, but instead uses a one-time password. So something like a Google Authenticator with 6 characters or 8, and using that to enable the next wave of people to come in, right? We don't think 1 billion people will keep a seed phrase on a piece of paper. And so we need some breakthrough. And we've been working on that technical layer. And for the hackathon, people can build, front end and UIs for this. It's just Harmony. It's called the One Wallet. It's Harmony.1, the number 1 wallet. So yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Awesome. So as a part of the not the best memory community, thank you. And this will make my life quite easier. And just out of curiosity, why did you focus on wallet first instead of, let's just say, scaling, etc.? So again, we're going back to the same thing. So you went on to wallet, security. So what's down the roadmap? I kind of want to understand. So now you achieved the wallet, the randomization feature. And what's next? What's in the horizon? So you become this even more integrated bridge. And for the layperson, just so to speak, what can they expect?
So if you look at our hackathon, we have 3 themes. The first theme is cross-chain with trustless bridges. The second one is a secure wallet with social recovery. And the third one is cross-border with fiat integrations. So if you can, so all these 3 things will tie the whole ecosystem together, right? With better bridges that connect all the blockchains, so that you can abstract away from, even at some point you might not even know what chain you're on, whether you're a developer or a user, right? They won't know. Having a wallet that becomes your gateway and interface to all crypto assets, to all NFTs, without having to worry about switching networks and things like that, that would be amazing. And then integrating with fiat is because we have to bridge also to the real world, the current real world, right? And the fiat world is not going to go away. We don't think that that crypto is going to take down all institutions and like in the next year. It actually needs to work together with all the existing gateways and currencies and commerce, so that we can be an infrastructure layer for that existing economy, which is already trillions of dollars. I mean, hundreds of trillions of dollars, and so if you can imagine all three things working together, so that the end-to-end experience where you can come in, you have fiat integration with a wallet, you can access any product on in crypto, you can buy anything that can be integrated with our bridges, with our fiat gateways, then you're talking about a full like end-to-end experience for people, for businesses, that they will be using blockchain just underneath, and will be running every application in the world. Hopefully, not just us. I'm saying the entire blockchain industry, that will be powering the entire world's economy in a more open and fair and secure way, and cross all borders and all people.
That's an awesome future. But when can we expect it actually? When do you think this can come into fruition? Upcoming years, months?
I would say it's happening relatively quickly. I think even in at this point we can see it happening in different places, right? The future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. And so we can envision this because we see examples of this in different parts of the world, and different tools and applications that are already making it very easy. It's just that all these pieces are not seamlessly tied together completely yet, right? There are fiat gateways, there are good wallets, there are good bridging technology, whether it's us and some of the other projects, and all of these will converge at some point. And the beautiful thing about blockchain and cryptos, innovation, I think, is happening at 10 times or 100 times the speed of a lot of other places, because everything's composable. Anyone can fork something and then build on top of it, innovate on top of it, and you don't need permission from anyone to do it. You don't need to be you can live in any country in the world. You can participate in this global economy layer, right? And that's what's awesome. And so I would say, if you ask me timeline, I would say think about the Bill Gates quote of, we tend to overestimate what can happen in 2 years, but we underestimate what can happen in 10 years, right? So I think a lot can happen in 2 years, but in 10 years you may see some really drastic changes in the world.
Yeah, and actually you touched upon our last question actually about the technological race, right? So Charles Hoskinson kind of in his previous interview said there are layer 1, 2 solutions, layer 2 and layer 3, right? So layer 1 was of course Bitcoin, then we have others, and now layer 3 coming along. So where do you see Harmony at this moment? What makes you believe we will be not only a part of the race, but also one of the winners of this race?
I think we have a good roadmap in terms of what we just talked about, in terms of the bridging and building, more partnership. We really believe that we can provide tie all these ecosystems and all these partners together with our infrastructure layer. And so we're pushing as hard as possible to and keep building that. Obviously, it will be a multi-chain world. Like we want to work well with all the ecosystems, and probably be the one that, if you look at other ecosystems, they're maybe very focused on their own ecosystem. We actually want to focus on bridging all of the ecosystems together, and then thinking about how do you get multi-chain liquidity aggregation, for example, and solve that problem, which is a higher order problem for the entire blockchain industry, because because that's a new, like for sure, we're talking to 1 million to 3 million DeFi users today, right?
Mm.
For the next 1 billion people to come into blockchain, they won't be able to figure out, switching my network from this to that, and
Absolutely.
my MetaMask seed phrase from here to there. Like we need to, we think Harmony can play a role in bridging to the next billion users, and that's what we're excited about. And yeah, the whole space will grow. A lot. There will be
Yeah.
room for lots of people.
Lee, this has been great. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, and hopefully see you in the next one. Welcome. And
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of the Flipside Crypto.
Thank you, and can't wait to talk to you the next time and see what we've built.
Indeed. Thank you. See you next one. Bye.
Okay. See you.